Rings. I've been changing some things behind the scenes. Oh yeah, I forgot. Fingers crossed. Let's see if. All right. Okay, so Twitter's working, or whatever they call it nowadays. Okay, without going through all the. I guess it takes like a day for them to put you in the system because they changed everything. So they kicked you out, and then you have to re-sign up, or I don't know. It's funny I'm getting more attention now than I did before. Yeah. Anyway, I guess you have to verify yourself there. I guess that might help too. I haven't. It hasn't gone anywhere on Twitter like for years. Nowhere. I guess the verify thing might help. I don't know. Anyway, all right, greetings. Thank you for joining us for the the this is on the this is broadcasting on the say on the Universe Galactic channel. This is what would be this is like on like channel 4 after midnight or something like that. The B movie channel, like channel 32 or something like that. It's like does a world like this actually exist? It's like you should have to live it to believe it. So is this world the aftermath of wars? Is it obviously nobody remembers anything? Of course, some feel like they do, and then there's those that are modest about it, and there's others that are completely arrogant about it, or just stuck on themselves, or whatever. What was a good? Yeah, arrogance. That's another word for it. Or full of themselves, whatever. Yeah, and just like throw water on everybody else, basically. And obviously, spiritual growth is not perfect. Channeling is not perfect, and so on. But geez, some of them are just so. Yeah, there's a little bit of an elitist energy out there. Yeah, it's just anyway, whatever works for you, right? But yeah, this was like the remnants of other. Of course, we don't. Like I say, we don't remember anything. I mean, we have fragments of memories, but we don't really remember. Remember? I mean, do you really? I mean, I guess we're not supposed to for obvious reasons. For like your galactic, or can be dragon, can be elemental, or fairy, whatever it is. Like, is that the goal of life? Is that like one of the like missions here is to remember? I guess that depends on the individual. What is important to you? I guess you can just like, surviving, keeping your sanity is probably the biggest thing here. Seeing how 99% are here to destroy themselves, and the 1% is trying not to destroy itself. Hopefully. Maybe it's less than 1% trying not to destroy itself. It's definitely the majority are trying to destroy themselves, so there's a good portion of it. Maybe it's not 99%, but it's up there. I know I run into it every now and then. That's on a personal level. Like, just what's up with that? It's just the grass is greener on self destruction. I guess it gives you something to talk about. You can share it with others as they go into self ruin. So whatever works. Fritzy's here. Can't pick her up. She'll kill me. She's managing tonight's broadcast. Incognito. Let's see if I can grab her. Come here. This is all I got. Real quick. And that's it. It's not her idea. She's not. She's not starstruck. But she's here. Yeah, it's a rare appearance. What? Something's up. Yeah, so we're just like fast food. We're the fast food companies kind of like showing the remnants of it. We're just obviously it's throughout history. It's not just right now, but just yeah, I'll do a connection on that. But But as for our memories of, yeah, it depends on the individual. How much do you need to know? How much do you want to know? Of course, some are stuck in that whole secret space program memory. I'm not sure. Some of that's probably false memories, but whatever entertains you. You'd be surprised how much of that's false, but whatever. You'd be surprised, the ego needs to fill itself up with something. Whatever works for you. If it gets your friends and families and whatever gets you attention, more power to you. Yeah, and you find out later on, it's like, oh wait, that was all delusion. But either way, it doesn't really matter, I guess. But yeah, retaining our memories, obviously, from where we came from, everything is a bit easier said than done. And aliens can't help us because we're here, because through the contract here. And you say it's one of the incarnation advantages. Like, why would you choose a place like this that's so backward? I mean, not just to assist humanity, but also just, they call it raise of vibration, but new earth cult that's out there. So many calls. YouTube seems to not mind any of it. It's too much. All the secret information that's on YouTube. Like, okay, whatever you said. If it was really secret information, it would not be there at all. We're on the planet for that matter. Depending on what it is. Yeah. So, yeah, whatever entertains the soul, right? Yeah, it's all It's all. What are you doing? It's my producer here, Fritzy, producer of the show, is acting up. It's more like being a pest than she is helpful. um, just clearing out whatever needs to be cleared out, I can say. Yeah, so bring back those memories. Yeah, realize, some people that feel like, oh, I'm remembering this and that, but how much is that false stuff? Of course, the ego can't always, whatever. Like I say, whatever helps you get popular in life. But also, yes. So this planet is kind of like a fire sale energy. I mean, we're the remnants of war, so of course we don't remember anything. But we have fragments. So many different diverse people here from so many different star systems. We can't, obviously can't name everything. Of course, you just call it Palladian or Syrian just to keep it simple. But obviously, there's so many out there. You can go on and go crazy with that. It doesn't really matter. It just basically finding your truth, whatever it is, at least some form of it. At least you have the right intentions to, you know, get somewhere with your evolution. Where you're not lying to yourself. I'm at a majority, or if you are trying to remember or trying to just do an energy reset. Of course, you're also here as a human avatar, part of this program. Golly, man, not sure what she's doing, but anyway. Then he knocks my train of thought out. This is why better when they're sleeping. um, yeah, something's around. She's pushing something out of here. But either way, this memory gap that we're going through. Well, yeah, we have to be human here, so you have to play that role. And so that's another reason why I don't remember anything. But after a while, to as you get older to some level, some aren't really like you can be so through your bloodline be traumatized by it, meaning that you're squeezed in this human reality of thinking because we see the movie script going on, especially with the whole political thing. You have the Saturday event last week before the RNC, and now we have a meltdown, digital meltdown, and all of a sudden everything's just quiet now, and that's it's back together. all it's not, yeah, it's just like just a TV show basically, right? Propaganda doesn't mean, yeah, it doesn't mean Trump is a full win either. Not at all. No, they're not done yet. They're just trying to mix things up, like make it as complicated as they can. We're just gonna keep. Nothing's a sure thing. We're just gonna keep everyone on the edge of their toes, turn you a psychotic wherever they can, just to drive you completely insane. Of course, then there's mindset that certain individuals want to know what the future is. Like they don't even want to try. They don't even want to. They just want to know what the future is, and that's like just hand it to them. It's like that's not how it works. I mean, you might have some, and of course, some of those that are predicting the future, some of them are part of the program. But whatever, right? Whatever is the easy ticket, right? That seems to be the big thing here. Can you just make life easier for us? You just hand us everything. Oh crap! I changed everything here. Hopefully, I know what I'm doing here. I think I got it. Okay, good. Okay. Alright, is that column? Private sessions, maybe. Yeah. And we got the shop here. Yeah, I've been changing things around to, I don't know, just to make things easier. I'm not sure if that's working or not. But yeah, this is a little bit complicated. So yeah, the aftermath. So the Earth aftermath, the war aftermath, obviously is Anunnaki wars here, and it goes on and on. Just Palladian failures here, Arcturian failures here. You can go on with that one. So for Sirius, obviously, you have all these other star systems. Can't you ever hear about the Alpha Centauri? That's like not one that's ever. I mean, that's like the closest one to us, and you never hear about it. I mean, I channel them here and there. I don't always remember to bring them up, but it's never though. It's almost like Alpha Centauri has been like a. I mean, there are other Earths there. I mean, there are also super Earths there, but there are, I think, versions of our Earth or something like it. Not exactly like ours. Ours is yeah. It's yeah. Obviously, it's not just Atlantis why it fell, but it's a big part of it. Of course, Atlanteans doesn't exactly have the best frequency either. Like that, they're part of the cults currently in the religion. So yeah, they're very much involved with that. All the symbolism, all that's it's Atlantean. Of course, that comes from Sirius, and Sirius, we get the pyramids and all that too. Of course, you can have your version of whatever. That's the thing about putting this stuff out there. You can have so many different versions of everything, and that makes things more difficult. So you just gotta do the best you can. Is there one truth? It's like, I mean, there's like what 8 billion people here, so have different realities. So anyway, um, but Sirius, from what I can pick up on, has a lot of similarities to our world as for the manipulation and all that. Maybe not to our level of forgetfulness and yeah, it's war zone, but I imagine this world's pretty close to it. But this one's definitely up there, obviously. But Sirius has been through a lot. Well, you could say also they achieved a lot too on a higher level, and then you have invaders that come in and want it for themselves. Like you create pyramid technologies, and others come in and take it, and then they dilute it, manipulate it, and so on. And that's just there's also like water technologies to create oceans or terraforming technologies, you can say, and so on. So crystal technology, and then, I don't remember it all, but either way. So yeah, like the Arab world is very connected to Sirius, and so then of course then you have souls here that challenge in the past, those that just kind of gave up on themselves. They just come here and they're like reincarnated black holes. certain individuals that they connect to people and they just pull everybody down. Almost like a vampire, probably worse than a vampire. Like they're gonna suck the life out, suck out your Akashic record, suck out everything. Like literally, just it takes that succubus to the next level. Yeah, I don't know if there's even like a terminology for something like that. Succubus, I guess. I think it's something else, something like that. So anyway, all right, we're going to the Earth God Wars. We'll give some a piece of that, and then the memory energies. Do what we can there. So the other thing is to be triggered to your memory. Like you had the blackout. You had 2020. You had blackout yesterday. That's bringing back anybody's memory. Of course, some of it's so lost this whole solar flare, ascension stuff, and some of them might remember that from other realities, and then they're just coming. Some are just innocently bringing it up and thinking it's going to happen. There's others that are just manipulating the shit out of people. I can name names on that one, but anyway, doesn't do any good there. They don't care. Just like as long as they're pretty and manipulating people, they don't care. So what? Yeah, it's just a big joke, basically. But people fall for it. It's their deal. This is the lost world. With the solar flare stuff. I mean, probably our reality is true. But this one, it's so backward for it to ever kick into a higher gear. I mean, yeah, it might be getting better at some level, but it still has a lot to. It's still got a lot to grind out. And if it's going to be at a better level, a higher level, we won't have our current government system, this whole Yahoo thing that's happening right now. We won't have any of that. We'll have something else. It'd be more galactic. We'd do all the galactic politics instead. Or just find another planet where none of that exists. Jeez. So we go from our nonsense to galactic nonsense eventually, whatever that. Yeah, jeez. Never ends here, does it? So it doesn't mean we're completely out of the woods as many think that we are. It's like, remember what world you're on? I guess people just don't understand this place. Not that any of us do. So, all right, we're going to God energy, God planet energy, or God wars, and then the fire seal frequency, or memory loss. Okay, process. Green seal, the Elohim. Green seal. There is. There's markers where this world is kept alive. I mean, it's a placeholder. It is a casualty to war to some level. So in the past, this world was weaponized, as you can imagine, to become a weapon, and kind of still is. But think of like you have higher dimensional beings here that have been manipulated into thinking the universe is something they have to worry about, like become paranoid. Yes, on a higher level, fourth dimensional level, and this goes back to some of your Atlantean energies of just a. Now, realize it's not the whole population of your planet, but you see that here. It only takes a small amount to be, it's similar to like your Civil War, fears and things like that, but it's more on a galactic level. Well, because there was a lot of witchcraft done here in the past at a level that was, some of it was decent and some of it was not. And it just started to basically, higher dimensional knowledge just started to peel away. And more of just what your current world started to come about of forgetfulness. But now, yes, this world was tested, of course. But yes, it was a naive, higher dimensional planet at one time. Yes, it just still had the human population here. And it's still healing its ego. Well, some of them have been trapped in the lower dimensions, so they have one hell of a ego. They have an ego they can't. Well, because some of them, you'd be surprised how many souls have been trapped in the lower dimensions, became demonic beings, and just trickster frequencies. And they incarnate here to be human too. And yes, they might be decayed as like physically, like they might be falling apart health wise because they come from the lower dimensions, but they didn't even have a body. They just fell apart. That was their, but they have loved their ego. They love tearing beings apart. So you actually do have live trickster beings here in the physical. Some of them are homeless, not necessarily, but some are like, maybe their teeth are always falling out. It's not always that case, but you can kind of tell like they have like a demonic energy, but they're also falling apart. So it's just their souls here just got lost and just like that dark side of themselves and become, they get something in a movie basically. They don't think there is a movie of it, but it's basically seduced by the dark side, but it's just taking over. It's just like humans are changing to more of a sinister trickster frequency. And slowly and there was just portals, dimensions opened up within this planet that were looking for more knowledge, more magic, more abilities, and the lower dimensions opened up instead. I didn't know what they were doing. There's Atlantean beings or wizard beings. I mean, some knew not to do that. But then when you have certain, yes, it only takes a few to run it for everybody. And just over time, the human currently became more lost. And I mean, not to say it was ever that remember. Doesn't mean it always remembered in the past. But there was already wars before Atlanteans appeared, or there's always a lot of casualties. So this is a critical moment. Now you have your internet and you see change. And some are, yes, connecting to all these crazy timelines and all that. And there's some of them are, they're looking for themselves, you can say. Nothing wrong with that. Yes, some are deliberately manipulating society. Well, that's to keep you shut down. Talking about all these alien groups and really trying to be a parent of society to keep you from figuring yourself out. Just listen to what I have to say. Never mind what you have to say. So it's brainwashing, basically. And obviously, many of your population are not ready to heal from that. And some of this brainwashing might trigger a memory, a galactic memory that can break you out of that psychosis. But obviously, it's not completely working. But yeah, manipulative energies can wake yourself up. So the war here, it's so many different levels of it. It was free will, you can say. That was just derived wanting power. Is more to it than that, but a lot of it was just to achieve more human potential. But that was going into the darker realms, and once that was opened, it was hard to shut it down. Well, some felt like they can handle it, which is not the truth. No, and it become more part of. And this is another reason why your world has so much amnesia, because the lower dimensions are open so widely. You have your horror movies here and all that, so it gives you a glimpse of the lower realms that are here. And how many are really here to look into that and heal it, and not be afraid of it, not be pulled into it. Just to be aware. You don't have to look too deep into it, but be aware of it, and at least you can see more of yourself. And you're even help closing it down. But how many are strong enough to handle that? Yes, it's critical here. So. Agrees with the reptilians and more of a higher frequency, 12th dimension energies. You're from Alpha Centauri, actually. Your planet is technically a reptilian planet in some regards, not entirely, or conquered by reptilians because of the dinosaur frequency. But that's not the whole story. I mean, there have been God beings here in your past, and that's another reason why so many here are looking for the God beings, because they you say this was a technically it is a God planet now, a God meaning like just higher dimensional, just that maybe not always of the best, maybe not exactly have the best intentions. Similar to like we see in the Greek mythologies, similar to that. But a lot more. First off, there's no written record of it. But you have your good guys, your negative ones, and just your or selfish ones, you could say. At Earth's past, it's just been highly forgotten. But the religious frequencies are still here. Of just, well, there are gods here. Just, I mean, you can imagine just looking at humans here and just like, we're above you. We can do this. We can make it lightning and rain and all of that. And you can say a lot of those gods were taken off this planet. They lost the war, but their presence is still here. And you see that throughout your society. It has not quite healed that. It's a lot of wounds there. Now, even some of this knowledge is even allowed to be well because retaliation. There's a process of bringing it through. It's so many egos. It's running your religions currently, all of them, all of them. It's just this world was also seen as hands off, like stay away from it. Like this is like a god planet, but to just keep your distance. you know, we'll call you kind of thing. Don't call us, we'll call you. And it was at one time, you see, um, kept just alone, just did its own thing. But yeah, it began to expand out to other planets and realities and became vicious, you could say. Why? There's different processes why. But there is a God frequency here, as you can see in your religions, but that's remnants, that's pieces of it. It goes much deeper than that. Your world was a different planet in the past. You said it was more bullish, more high frequency blue, not like anything you see here though in your solar system. Like a light blue frequency, but cloudy type of energy, not gas. Oh, some gases though. It was just a different planet altogether, and there was a lot of abuse back then too. Over time, well, they want to keep themselves away from everyone else, but they didn't have a lot of power that they didn't know how to use it properly, you could say. So it's like they had like social anxiety issues, how to deal with other beings. And then they lost the place, but they're still holding on to this world to a certain level. This is before the Atlantean time period, before your dinosaur time period, actually. So it goes on and on with your planets. So just go by what you feel. It's just there's many beings that wanted to take over this planet, yes, because it has a uniqueness about it. It has a power here that's very unusual. So,